I can't even make any Sixers jokes tonight. What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of Raps Report, a podcast where I talk about the Raptors and the NBA. I'm your host, Luca Rosano, and I decided to do a pre-recorded post-game pod for this one because I wanted to get my thoughts in order. So before I digress, please do me a solid favor. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. We're almost at 18.6K subscribers. This channel is dedicated to the Toronto Raptors and NBA. Feel free to follow me on social media. That is Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And as always, leave your comments down below. And I know you're going to have a lot to say about tonight's game. Before we begin, just want to give a special shout out to my latest channel member, LCV Killer, who joined as an all-star channel member. If you want to become a channel member, all you got to do is hit that join button, and it is greatly appreciated if you decide to become one. Raptors lose. Raptors lose again. 193, and they now fall to 0-3. 0-3. 0-3. It's been a while. We're talking 2005, 2006. A lot of y'all weren't even born. And I know we've been spoiled as fans over the years, but there are issues with this team right now. Before we get into that, I want to first start with the positives. The positives, the Raptors once again got off to a great start. They had a really good first quarter. Their shot was falling. Their defense was on point. That was the Raptors team that we were used to seeing. They won that quarter 28-17. The second quarter was a very good one as well for us. We did get outscored overall 31-28, but the Raptors were again solid in that quarter. It was the second half that once again proved to be an issue for the Raptors. Third quarter got outscored 28-20. Not to mention we had a 5-minute scoring drought at one point. And then the fourth quarter, we put up only 17 points. And the Sixers outscored us 24-17 on their way to the win. Another bright spot for tonight's game, OG Anunoby. I know we're hard on him. I was hard on him. He needs to be better. He needs to step up offensively. And I was happy to see that OG had 20 points tonight in 27 minutes. And he was 7 of 11 from the field and 4 of 7 from three-point land. If OG didn't have himself the game that he had tonight, the Sixers would have blown us out. Pascal Siakam. He was good, decent from 3, 4 of 9. But he was 8 of 23 from the field to get his 20 points. And let's start with Siakam, because I know there's a lot of people talking about this guy, a lot of people wanting to trade him, a lot of people fully giving up on him. The issue with Siakam is late in games, he just does not look comfortable. And we saw it again here tonight. Siakam tries too much at times, and we saw in this one, ball off his fingertips, out of bounds, getting a silly foul on the other end, trying to force something to the basket, to which Ben Simmons did a phenomenal job on him defensively. Siakam needs to be more consistent. He needs to be more efficient. He needs to be better late in games. You see this guy play, and you know in his mind he wants to be the guy. But right now, his play is not translating like he is the guy on this team and a guy who you can count on late in the game. Speaking of which, there is a clear issue with this team that they don't have a closer, and they don't have a guy who can get you out of a scoring drought. They don't have a guy who can get you out of a rut. They don't have a guy who can create his shot and get you a damn bucket when you need it the most. We saw multiple scoring droughts tonight that allowed the Sixers to erase leads on multiple occasions. The Raptors, I believe, had leads of 11 and 13 in this game, and the Sixers were able to come back in this one because the Raptors struggled scoring the basketball in stretches of this ball game. And you look at how the Raptors did overall from the field, 35% from the field. That ain't it. That's not going to cut it. They were 37% from three, which still isn't going to cut it. But overall, that's been better for them if you compare it to their last 2 games of the season. The Raptors' offense is a problem right now. And when you play good teams, when you're going to go up against the Brooklyn Nets, the Celtics, the Sixers, the Heat, the Bucks, who I think destroyed the Heat tonight, you're going to need to score the basketball. You cannot afford to have droughts. Who is the guy on this team? Who is the closer on this team? I don't know. There's no clear-cut answer. Fred VanVleet was not good tonight. You hope he has himself a solid season overall, but 8 points on 3 of 12 shooting for a guy who just got paid, not a good look at all. Kyle Lowry, you could tell, was getting pissed off at the end and was like, give me the damn ball, let me make something happen. And I at least could applaud his aggressiveness. He did finish the game with 24 points, but he was 6 of 15 from the field and 3 of 8 from 3. But at least Lowry looked the part late in this game. Everybody else looked uncomfortable. Everybody else looked like they didn't want to step up. Lowry was at least putting his head down, trying to make things happen. And then another issue that we got to talk about is the rotation. Like, what the hell is the identity of this bench right now? I am so confused what the game plan is that Nick Nurse is trying to implement here. No Malachi Flynn tonight once again. I don't know what's up with that. Why do you draft the guy if you're not going to play him, especially after how good he looked in the preseason? No Terrence Davis tonight. Is something going on here behind the scenes that we don't know about? And then you play Chris Boucher only 5 minutes? After the great game he had, you play him 5 minutes tonight, especially since you couldn't get any scoring generated from off the bench. But yet you play Norman Powell 18 minutes and he gives you 6 points. And another head scratcher is Stanley Johnson randomly got 22 minutes and had 7 points and was 3 of 7 from the field and missed a couple of easy buckets. Like, I don't know what the direction is here. Why is it game to game we don't know what the rotation is going to look like? We don't know what the bench is going to look like. Alex Len got 21 minutes tonight, but rightfully so. It was for defensive purposes. And I thought he had himself a good game early on Embiid. But other than that, I mean, where is Davis? Where is Malachi Flynn? Why did it take, I think, early fourth quarter to finally bring in Matt Thomas when you knew you had to get some offense generated? These are issues right now. The offense and the bench. And this is where we clearly miss Serge Ibaka, who was the anchor from off the bench. Norman Powell isn't that guy right now. I've never been a big Norman Powell fan, and you guys probably know that about me. If you don't know now, you know. This dude's got to be better, man. If he wants to be the leader of the second unit, he's got to start stepping up, or else stop playing this guy and make way for some of the other blood on this team. The Flynns, the Davises, who I think are 2 of the better offensive players from this bench who haven't gotten any damn minutes. We haven't even seen a Paul Watson. So I don't know what is going on right now, and it is frustrating. You look at the 76ers tonight, they had themselves a terrible shooting game. The fact that they won this game shooting 37% from the field and 25% from 3 makes you want to throw up. But then you look at the free throws, and this is why Nick Nurse was upset, and I don't blame him. Philadelphia had 33 free throw attempts to the Raptors 14. Joel Embiid had more free throw attempts than the damn Toronto Raptors. So I did not like how that discrepancy went for the Toronto Raptors, but I don't want to make excuses either. Raptors had an opportunity, multiple opportunities to win tonight's game, and they squandered them. And as a result, this team now is 0-3. They got a lot of question marks. Is it time to hit the panic button? No, There's still a long season ahead of us. I don't want to completely overreact because at the end of the day, I feel like we have been spoiled as a fan base. But this team is better than what they're showing us right now. They're capable of so much more. Improvements have to be made, and guys need to step up, especially the guys who just got paid. Cough, cough, cough. Fred VanVleet, OG Anunoby, who did step up tonight, and Pascal Siakam has to be more consistent, and he has to be better late, man. Because I'm sorry, you do not pay a guy all that money just to have the games that he's had. He's got to be better when it matters. Enough said. The Raptors have the New York Knicks on Thursday. And that is a game you do not want to overlook. Because while many of you think it's going to be an easy walk in the park, don't look now, but at the time of me recording this, the Knicks are 2-2. And if the Raptors think for a minute that they can have an easy game and not come out with urgency, they're going to be staring 0-4 right in the face. Do not take the Knicks for granted, and let's get back to playing bubble basketball. And let's start getting back to our strength, and that is strength in numbers. That's it, guys. Just wanted to give my instant quick reaction of what I saw tonight and what I think of this 0-3 start. And time will tell what happens next. Let me know your reaction now. I know you guys are dying to let me know. Hit me up in the comment section down below. What have been your thoughts in regards to tonight's game and this 0-3 start? Let me know. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Hit that bell. Follow me on social media. And that's it, guys. Continue to keep it locked and loaded. Again, your support is greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. That's it from me. One final game of 2020, and it comes against the Knicks. Let's see if the Raptors can at least escape 2020 with a win on this 2020-2021 campaign. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you all again in the next one. Until next time, be great and stay blessed. Peace.